against the Warriors. On paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Warriors, up front, it'll be Green in post. Stephen Curry's out there with Moody. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Now Curry. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. And the shot goes down.
Oh, nice speed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Randall outside. Gobert with a screen for Randall. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Warriors with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Back to McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. Over post. The shot by McDaniels, no good.
0 for 3 from the floor so far. Not the start they had in mind. They need to just take a breath, reset, and keep things simple.
Here's post. Curry passes to Butler. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Yeah, it seems like Butler always has a trick up his sleeve, even when that clock is running low.
McDaniels outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Banked in off the glass.
Well, DiVincenzo enjoys working inside. He can be appropriately aggressive in the paint.
Outside Butler. Inside. It's stolen by Gobert. DiVincenzo against Butler. Now here's DiVincenzo. 11 points for him in that last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. And finished off by Gobert.
Yeah, Gobert making good on the threat of his height and length. Just hammering it down.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
And here is DiVincenzo after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Donte DiVincenzo, and that's good. DiVincenzo's got 5 points so far. The Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Green finds Curry. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And another basket for Golden State.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Back to Randall. Launches a 3. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. The Warriors leading. With some arc. And the layup good by Curry. He has 7.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Unsurprisingly, the conversation turned to Rudy Gobert. Let's be honest, he's scary, coach said about the 7-footer. He hinted their strategy might involve trying to, quote, lure Rudy out of the paint so he's not there to slap away our layups. Maybe some tricky play here to try and push Gobert out of his comfort zone. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Now, DiVincenzo. after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Outside Edwards. Down low, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Nothing the defense can do about that. Randall just powers it down.
Pass to post. Now here's Butler. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It doesn't matter what angle you give him. When Butler gets inside, you know he's going to convert.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Moody. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Charlotte. Curry against DiVincenzo. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. Timberwolves trail by 4. To the inside, here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniels.
What bounce from McDaniels, just leaping into the air for that dunk.
Curry passes to Butler. Back to Curry. Outside Butler. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
From anywhere on the floor, Butler's a threat. And the more points he gets inside, the more dangerous he becomes on the perimeter.
Now here's Randall. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
Here's Curry. A 14-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Now Randall, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Now Moody. And the 3 off target. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Butler. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Trying to find post. Gets it to him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Well, we know that players will often hit a wall at some point, Coach, in the season. When does that happen for coaches?
Yeah, maybe on opening night, Kevin. No, there's so much work that goes into it in the offseason. Opening night is almost a sigh of relief. But that feeling of relief does go away pretty quickly.
First free throw is good. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Moody. Post hits them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. And here is Conley. There's the 3. The rebound by Post. Here's Curry, covered by Conley. Curry with the bucket. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
Outside Conley. Reed kicks to Edwards. Clock at 6. Count the basket. Edwards got 8 points.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Hield outside. Back to Curry for 3. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now, here's Reed. No scoring in this one. Conley with the 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Miller's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. Podziemski on the wing. Over by Conley. Podziemski's shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 4.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Dillingham with it, covered by Hield. Baseline try. Reed misses.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Hield. A 14-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
He was also a force as a shot blocker, racking up 3 of those.
Now Clark, after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. Conley the pass to Reed. Here's Dillingham. Another miss by Minnesota. And here's Golden State. Big stretch here going 10-2. Back to Horford. Pass to Hield. Stolen by Reed. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, really not where you expect Reed to shoot from, but he clearly made the right choice by taking that shot.
Podziemski finds Hield. 1:04 left in the first quarter of the game. A 3 ball. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, not a fan of moral victories, but that game, in a lot of ways, was a confidence booster for them because they really didn't have it that night and yet still had a chance.
Yeah, those are the losses you can't worry too much about. You gave it everything you had, just time to move on.
Here's Podziemski. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Now here's Hield. He's guarded closely, off target at the rim. And so Miller will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2, and it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this is the kind of rim protection you get with Horford. He's outstanding turning shots back.
Hield can't hit. Fires from way outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead, up by 2. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And we also have seen them continue to fire from deep. With the results they're seeing, you can understand why.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They're going with Hield and Butler on the wing. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Horford. And there's Podziemski in at the 1. Randall. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Wow. Randall with a fantastic dribble move. We're seeing why teams use him as a point forward.
Here's Pajemski. Pass to Butler. Horford with a screen on Clark. Left side, Horford. Stolen by Conley. Now Dillingham. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Reed against Butler. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with the 3. And there's the bucket from Kuminga. And the Warriors lead by 5.
And you have to keep an eye on Kuminga on the outside because he won't hesitate.
Randall against Kuminga. Second chance shot. Oh, that's blocked.
Oh, look at the arms. Kuminga using all that length.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Kevin?
Has him bought in. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Here's Butler following the basket by Julius Randle. Back to Pajemski. Kuminga finds Butler. Fires away from outside. Julius Randle with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And here are the Warriors now after the basket by Minnesota. Butler deciding where to go with it. And again, no good by Golden State. Timberwolves trail. Left side, Reed. Randall outside. Over Kuminga. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Randall's got 8 points.
Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And a change for the Timberwolves. Edwards is checked in. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pajemski finds Curry. 3-pointer. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Edwards passes to Randall. Clark outside from deep. Randall no good. The Warriors trail it. Outside Curry. To the paint. Here's Butler. In the paint. Butler.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Pass to Randall. Curry against Conley. Randall with a screen for Conley. Connects from 3-point range. Conley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. You know, Stan, even at this late stage of his career, Mike Conley brings tremendous value to the team.
He sure does, Kevin. And look, we know this. No one brings more discipline and professionalism on a nightly basis. He keeps this team poised. He keeps his team organized. And he's a great mentor to the young players on this team.
And here's Randall after Jimmy Butler made that last 3-pointer. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 10 points.
Well, the defender made it hard on Randall. Still, he uses his body to convert for 2.
Butler against Clark. Curry trying to break free. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Buddy Hield comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Timberwolves also changing it up. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Now Podziemski, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Randle outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. His three-pointers off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Curry. He's got 14. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer, Hield. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And you've got to be up on Hield, especially when he's beyond the arc. If not, he'll burn you.
Randle from outside. Curry with the rebound.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the card. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randle. Edwards looking it over. Gobert the screen. They get it back, and here is DiVincenzo. Three-pointer, Randle. The rebound by Hield. The tray. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
DiVincenzo with the screen for Randle. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Green, the pass to Curry. Now Butler. He's defended by Randle. Butler against Randle. Butler hits it with traffic.
Yeah, Butler's getting whatever he wants right now. He knows how to dissect the defense as well as anyone.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Some changes here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis comes in for Butler. Moody subbed in for Buddy Hield. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Right wing. Reid kicks to DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards from the arc. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. The shot by Curry, no good.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's defended by Podziemski.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Golden State moving the ball around. Curry from 3.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Now DiVincenzo. He's got 5. Out to Edwards. Good on the three-point shot. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Reed with the block.
Outstanding defense by Reed there. He understands the importance of protecting the basket.
Here's McDaniels. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jackson Davis with it. Still scoreless. Down low. It's stolen by Gobert. And here is DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Shoots. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target. Podziemski's got 6 points.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Now here's Edwards. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Pass to DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Oh, here's Edwards. 14 points for him. Strong move inside by Edwards.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Podziemski. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Warriors, another 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Now, here's Reed. Gobert with a screen for Reed. Off target from three-point range. Warriors leading by 11. Pass to Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Naz Reed.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Green. Here's DiVincenzo. He's got 5. Outside, Reed. Pass to McDaniels. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plague their starting unit.
Yeah, and that comes down to playing reckless defense. They need to have more discipline and do a better job of guarding without fouling.
And Edwards launches it. Oh, he got it to go!
Incredible.
Your Warriors.
That's a miracle. Are you?
Energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment of that first half of play and any changes in mind?
We'll see. We have to adjust during the game if we see something that's hurting us. But I thought the defense was pretty solid overall. We'll see how it goes from here.
Okay, more of the same. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break.
Hey folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere.
Curry's been giving the defense headaches all night. They're scrambling to contain him, but so far he just keeps finding his shot.
And let's not forget his teammates, helping to set him up time and time again.
All right, guys, time to see what the fans are saying on social media. Here's an interesting one from No Foolin' Julian. What's another sport you think you could have gone pro in?
Football, I would have been a tight end. Maybe block some field goals. Do whatever it takes.
I think I could have did soccer. Dribbling's dribbling, right?
I guess some people might say that, Jed, but either way, I'd pay good money to see both of you in those endeavors. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. Curry has been sensational.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Top of the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot.
Clever move by Curry, taking the foul, but still getting the shot off.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
And both free throws good for Curry.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
It's Edwards on the wing. Outside for Randall. 5 on the clock. Over Green. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Randall.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, "My goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender." Back to you, Kevin.
He can lock it down. Okay, Allie, thanks. Now here's Green. And he banks in the layup. Green's got 7.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
There's Anthony Edwards. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a number 1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards. Welcome the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
No good on the free throw. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, what you have to love about Edwards is his drive. This is a guy that wants to be an all-time great when it's all said and done.
Now, here's Moody. Still without a basket. And really deep through that time.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Outside Butler from downtown. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 16. And here's Edwards from the arc. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Curry finds post. Back to Curry. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 7 rebounds in the game. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. McDaniels outside. Back to Randall. The 3 for DiVincenzo. The Warriors pull it in. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Moody. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Podziemski, he's checked in for Quentin Post.
Moses Moody, shooting 1.
On the free throw, no good. Timberwolves trail by 15. McDaniels outside. Randall from outside trains the three-pointer. Randall's got 15.
Well, you could tell that Randall was looking for his shot there. Got the ball and wasted no time putting up the jet.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. We'll take a look at the Timberwolves. They're 4th in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. And, of course, there's the Warriors. They're back in the 8th position.
Well, I think for Minnesota,
this season has been, it's been solid, but they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations. But I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling.
Here's Podziemski. He's got 6. Butler in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Randall passes to Edwards. To DiVincenzo. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Here's Podziemski. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Now here's Randall. Outside Edwards. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Edwards got 26.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Well, their pass to Green. Podziemski with it. Edwards there. Podziemski, the bounce pass. Curry outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Outside Edwards. Another shot, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
One shot.
One shot.
Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Hits the three-point bomb. Podziemski's got 11 points.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Butler. He's got 18. Outside Curry. Shoots over DiVincenzo. The shot by Curry, no good. Timberwolves trail by 12. Outside Edwards. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And checking out some numbers for Naz Reid.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now Moody. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Now Curry. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Butler. Curry's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
That's good, and the Warrior lead has got back down now to 10 as they pick up the bucket from Edwards.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Here's Podziemski. 11 points in the game. Butler against Randall. It's stolen by Gobert. McDaniels passes to Edwards. And Gobert throws it down.
Well, you know, Gobert doesn't usually show off much, but that was special.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Warriors leading by 8. Curry with it. He's got 32. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to DiVincenzo. Butler against Randall. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the foul. It'll go on Moses Moody. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
The Warriors making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Minnesota. It's Edwards on the wing. He's defended by Podziemski. 5 to shoot. Randall passes to McDaniels. Off target with his 3. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Pajemski. 11 points in the game. That's to Curry. Stolen by Michael Conley. McDaniels outside. Outside Edwards. Edwards puts in the threes.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The heel, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Timberwolves making a change here. And let's run down for you the top 3-point shooting point guards in the league this season. Well, you look at Pojemski, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
You know, if there are no other options available, any of these guys can just step back and knock down a triple. Great backup plan for any point guard to have.
And when your one can hit threes himself, makes the offense so tough to stop.
And that time, also a missed shot.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Edwards loves it in there.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Stan Nasri is a much-beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasri, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and yeah, the charisma on top of all the skill.
The first free throw is good.
And watching Steph go to work is watching a living legend. Already one of the best to ever do it, and he is still adding to his resume.
The Warriors making a switch here. Kuminga's checked in. So he gets them both.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Outside Edwards. Shoots over Pajemski. Edwards, no good. Warriors leading by 5. Floats it up for Kuminga. Pass to Curry. For the 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Edwards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Reed the pass to Edwards. Conley with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Edwards against Teal. Right side, Edwards. The shot that time, not on target. And so Horford will bring it up for the Warriors. At one point, they led by 16. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is disengaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
Back to Clark. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Reed. There's the 3. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Clark. Clark's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And there it is for him.
A strong finish by Kuminga. That's his game.
The Timberwolves shooting straight 49% from the field. Conley, the pass to Reed. Outside Edwards. .103 left in the third quarter of the game. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Pass to Horford. Now here's Curry, over by Conley. They kick out to Heel. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Hield's got 5.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
Minnesota shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
The Warriors making a switch here. Richards is checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Ingles is checked in. And Edwards, no good on that one. Staying hard to figure, right? Here's a guy pushing 40 years of age. Al Horford looks as good as ever.
Oh, he sure does, Kevin. He reminds me of me and you. Guys that just seem to be a lot younger than they really are. And Al's still getting it done every single night in this league. It's a testament to his discipline and his professionalism.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Well, Allen stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Seven seconds left here in the third quarter. And here's Conley outside. Unable to get that one. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Regain control. Come on now. Every pass, every possession. Play with a purpose. We talked about this, all right? Solid plays every time. Right now. Come on.
Oh, some fire in Coach Kerr's voice right there. Greg demanding his team kick it up a notch.
How about the intensity from the coach there? Less than happy with his team's effort right now.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. They're going with Hield and Butler on the wing. Horford is out there with Kuminga, and it's Podziemski in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Butler. Butler hammering it home.
Yeah, the defense is really struggling to contain Butler. He keeps finding ways to beat them.
Conley, the pass to Randall. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball.
Take a break.
All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
That free throw good from Randall.
Well, you like the steadying presence a guy like Julius Randle gives a team. He's a reliable and experienced player others can lean on out there.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Pass to Horford. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Butler. Hield outside. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And the Warriors lead by 5.
And this is how confident Hield is. Knows he's capable of torching the D off the catch.
Here's Randall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got 19 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Podziemski's shot is good.
Well, he's a good passer at his position. The veteran Horford is all about doing what's best for the team.
Pass to Clark. Randall outside. He takes it in. 6 on the shot clock. Count that one. He's got 21.
That's just a grown man move by Randall, showing how powerful he can be on the drive.
Butler against Clark. Now here's Butler. D right on him. Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Now here's Randall. Pass to Dillingham. Offline with his 3. Kuminga against Reed. Outside, Horford. Here's Butler. It's Clark with the rebound.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Pass to Conley. Outside, Reed. 11 feet away. Randall no good. Warriors leading by 5. Outside, Butler. Outside, Horford. Conley against Butler. Hard earned by Butler.
And Butler tremendously strong for a wing. That really helps inside.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Some changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Horford. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. Edwards has come in for Minnesota. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Clark finds Conley. Back to Clark. Takes a 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got 8 rebounds in this game.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Butler against Randall. Fades. And another basket for Golden State.
Well, if you're going to give Butler a look from the mid-range, he's more than happy to take it.
Outside Conley. Pass to Edwards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Warriors making a switch here. Richards is checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. Now here's Butler. And no good that time. Randall with some nice D. To the middle. They need this one. And then Randall slams it in.
Strong finish by Randall. He's really worked on his upper body over his career.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Shooting 1.
One shot.
That one misses for Randall. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. Warriors leading by 7. And here is Curry. Butler. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Butler's got 28.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Here's Edwards on the money with the open jumper.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Hield outside. Outside Butler. Shoots the three. Rebound Minnesota.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Back to Curry. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. The shot by Curry, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Lets it go from the wing, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Randall against Butler. And he comes up with the deuce. Butler's got 12 now in this quarter.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
Randall outside. And Randall throws it down.
Tonight has been all about Julius Randle. He is scoring at will. They should keep going to him.
Curry finds Green. Three-pointer. Butler loves the three-point look.
Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Back to Randall. For three, Edwards. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 5 assists in the game.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
Now here's Curry. Hield outside. Right side, Butler. Curry against DiVincenzo. Three-pointer, Hield. And the Warriors, another 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's DiVincenzo. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Curry cooks him up inside.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
It's stolen by Green. Hield against Edwards. Hield kicks to Curry. Pass to Hield. Golden State moving it around. Shot from the wing. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Curry's got 38 points.
And it's been this way all night. When Steph gets going, amazing things can happen.
Edwards, the bounce man. It's off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Look, when McDaniels can hit the 3, that really helps their spacing.
Now here's Curry. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Quinn Post is check in for the Warriors. Moses Moody comes in for Buddy Hield. At one point, they led by 16. outside Butler. Beyond the arc. It's good.
Over his career, Butler's maybe been a little erratic from distance, but he always takes them with confidence.
Here's DiVincenzo. And they recover it. And the shot goes in.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Curry.
2 minutes.
Now Butler, 6 to shoot. Curry outside, from outside. Gobert there for the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Edwards. Connects again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
McDaniels against Butler. And he banks the layup in.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo, and down goes the three.
Wow, that was a big make from DiVincenzo.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Green outside, now Butler. Puts it up. Gobert there for the rebound. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 5. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Pocket 6. Green against Randall. Misses the 3. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Thoughts on what coach wants to do here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Two-point game. Outside Edwards. And get the 3. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now. Again and again, they're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. They go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And the Timberwolves call timing. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thanks, guys. Jimmy, a hard-fought win. Talk about the mentality of this team.
Never giving up on any play, man, and playing through the end. That's who we are, man. I take this one. I like this win.
We'll take it. Thanks, Jimmy.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.